What's up, world? Today we're going to be talking about Creed 3. Man, oh man. This is probably by far my favorite of all the Creed movies. I gotta say, man, that shit slapped. It slapped, man. All right. So the acting was incredible. Let me tell you why this movie slapped so hard. All right. Listen, the acting was incredible. The writing was incredible. Uh, the character development was so incredible. Jonathan Majors was incredible. Michael B. Jordan directing and writing part of that Joker. Man, it's just that movie was awesome. Had a awesome cast. The acting was just I gotta emphasize the acting. The acting was just brilliant. And I gotta give it to Jonathan Majors, man. One thing I gotta say about this brother, man, is that he is the next thing. He is absolutely the next thing. Him and John Boyega and are truly the next thing. Michael B. Jordan, to a degree, in the acting department, to a degree. I mean, because I've been waiting for something edgy like when he did Killmonger for Black Panther, because that was my favorite of all his movies acting wise, you know. But brilliant actor, and I see him on the come up in this directing game. Proud of this brother, man. He's really doing his thing. And these are my peers, man. These cats are my age and things, you know. Like I'm just like wild about it and excited to be a part of this journey too, man. At some point, you know. So one thing that I really wanted to point out about this movie is that it had real elements to it that made it understandable as to why people are the way they are. Coming out of so Diamond Dame was Jonathan Majors' character. He was in prison for 18 years and things for protecting his boy and getting caught up as Adonis May left the scene. It was just a very touching, bittersweet but awesome movie. Awesome movie. Better than all the Creeds combined. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna down Sly. You know, you don't down Sly because it was launched off the concept of the Rocky franchise and Apollo Creed. And you got to give credit where it's due. Without Sly, this would not be possible. So that being said, one thing that I like the most about this movie is that it stood on its own 2 feet, right? Stood on its own 2 feet. His dynamic with his woman, Tessa Thompson, her character, and the daughter, and the issue she had with the daughter was deaf, and Tessa's character was still having issues with her hearing and things, and that factoring into a lot of the dialogue I thought was very creative and awesome and inclusive, and I thought it was very stylish, man. The fight scenes were dynamic. It felt like it came out of anime. It had a personalized feeling to it. Like sitting there, like it's not the crowd and you versus the opponent. It's just one-on-one, mano y mano. It runs like that. It has that feeling to it that makes it pop so heavy. But kudos, man, to these brothers, man. I wish nothing but success and more of this journey in this acting world and directing, because everybody that's involved with this film was incredible. The acting was just stellar and phenomenal. I wouldn't be surprised if there was I want to say, if there was an Oscar nomination for this, and I hope to God that Jonathan Majors, these accusations and things don't affect what's going on with this brother. I hope everything is cool and he comes out with a slate clean and all that, man. Because I'm rooting for you, brother. You definitely are on your way. You're on your way. Like like Chadwick Boseman, my favorite of favorites of all these actors that have been out here, and he passed, man. Broke my heart, man, because that brother was the Sidney Poitier of this generation. He was the Denzel of this generation. He was the next to come. Now I'm seeing that Jonathan Majors is absolutely a chameleon and can fit into anything, and he's brilliant at his subtleties with how he does things in his movies. You can tell that he studies what he becomes, and you can tell it by the prison elements and things. My mama even mentioned something pretty interesting to me, saying about how he had socks in this movie. Right, him coming out of prison 18 years, he had socks in this movie, and what he would wear the socks on his hands, and you'd wash his face. Right, he'd wash his face. So it's for you not to drop the soap in prison. So you have socks in your and things. It just keeps you from that element of any foolishness. So I thought that was an interesting observation. I had to shout out my mama about that because that's a serious observation. Like, you could tell that actors, when they really delve into the role, like Jonathan Majors especially, has that element to him where he will dive into it and become it. Like, he has a Jason Scott Lee factor, because Jason Scott Lee is one of the greatest actors to ever run it too now. Like outside of Denzel and things, like, I've seen him work, and he's a chameleon too, and he has those elements as well. But anyway, those are my 2 cents about the movie. Felicia Rashad was awesome too. It had an element that makes you kind of angst about it, and like, damn, like things could have worked out a little bit differently. But that's my 2 cents. Like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. This was Rellish Pictures. Peace out, and I'll catch y'all later. All right?